we present Mrs. Jiggles, The Early Years. Episode 8. Mrs. Jiggles Bakes a Pie.
It was 1850 or thereabouts, dark and cold. The snow came up to my chin because I was standing on my head to keep my feet warm. The gas lighters were on strike. Mind you, we all had candles, so it didn't do them any good. People were starving because all the food was frozen, and what good's frozen food to a body? I was surviving by eating the crusts thrown out by the pie makers.
Damn crusts! If only we could make pies without them. People don't want crusts on their pies, they want 100% pies through and through.
That's when I had my idea. 100% pies?
Through and through.
I can do that. And so my business venture was born. Through and through pies. I began in a little pie shop off Turpentine Road.
Here's a little pie shop off Turpentine Road. Do you think you can handle it?
Yes, sir. All I need is a lot of help.
Splendid. You have until dawn to produce the perfect crustless pie.
Oh, how could I do it in the time? Oh, I knew where I could get help. Bucket, Sally, Ermintrude, Slanting Roderick, Neville.
Here I am, Jiggles.
Oh, Bucket, I thought as it's the only name I didn't just make up, you wouldn't let me down.
I'm here too.
You must be Slanting Roderick.
Yes, obviously.
What a bit of luck, hitting on the name of a real person within earshot. I need your help to make a crustless pie. A crustless pie?
It can't be done.
I know, but it must be.
You'll need flour, a bowl, and all sorts of things.
I've got a little pie shop with all the ingredients. Come on, boys, let's make pie. We worked and worked, mixing up ingredients, mashing potatoes, chopping up carrots, and we haven't got any meat.
Ah, no.
Can't you find some, Bucket? You know all the traders in town.
Well, I'll try, Jiggles, but I can't guarantee it will be edible.
Oh, that doesn't matter. I was only asked to make a pie, not to make it edible.
I'll see what I can do. Oh dear.
What's the matter, Slanting Roderick?
This oven runs on gas.
The gas strike!
I knew that would be relevant again. What are we going to do?
There aren't enough candles in the whole of London town to cook a tasty potato, carrot and inedible meat pie.
You're right. People are burning them like water.
I wonder if we collect all the candles together and melt them down into one big candle, that could work. But then Roderick pointed out the obvious.
We haven't got a big wick.
Oh.
Here we are! Beetroot!
Beetroot? I've never heard of such a thing.
It's red like meat, but it has one advantage over meat. We've got some.
Well,
we'll never know the difference.
Oh, I'll put the beetroot in the pie. Of course, it didn't have a crust, so all the filling was falling out.
Perhaps if you press the pastry down like this round the edge, cut off the excess, and then, when cooked, chuck any crust away like before, but this time...
Yes?
Don't tell 'em.
Brilliant! Let's do it. We worked and worked and worked again. Finally, the pie was ready for cooking.
Nearly dawn. What shall we do?
Then the first gentle rays of the sun began to glimmer over the houses without. A beam glanced upon a shiny chimney pot through the thick glass of a pie shop window and fell upon the pie sitting in its dish by the oven. Then the whole place went up.
Fire! Then turn the gas back on.
And before you could turn about 7 times, 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 5, 4. All the snow and ice outside was melting, and the frozen food I mentioned,
I knew that would be relevant again at some point,
was defrosting.
Yippee!
Woohoo!
Yay! Ooh.
The people were eating again. warming themselves by their blazing houses, and everything was back to how it should be.
Woof, woof.
Why, it's Scrubby.
Woof.
He's eaten the crust on what is now a very big hot pie. Well done, Scrubby.
Woof.
Here come the pie masters.
You appear to have done well.
Thank you, sir.
No crust, I hope.
No, sir. No crust.
Woof. Then we shall test it.
They went up to the pie, which really was big by now, and produced a fork.
The pie master's 5-pronged fork. It exists.
It does indeed. Ready? Ready.
And the whole pie exploded as the steam was released.
I'm bright red.
Don't worry, it's only the beetroot.
This will never come out.
And that, Mary, is how I got into the dry cleaning business. But more of that later. For in a moment, just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, they did. Far, far worse. How? Well, Mary, if you'll stop interrupting for a moment, I'll tell you.